Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some crazy news in regards to China when it comes to the PlayStation 5 restock. Things have been going crazy and nuts, and pretty much if you guys are around for the very first week or two of the PlayStation restocks here in America, UK, Canada, wherever, you guys can probably go and imagine on how crazy this entire thing is. So we have a lot of news to go and cover. I find this stuff very, very interesting to go and talk about, and it kind of makes sense too on the weekend because it's a little bit more on the dryer when it comes to the PlayStation 5 restocks overall. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy, and as always, make sure you guys are subscribed for the ongoing PS5 giveaway, or make sure you guys are subscribed for the notifications on. Leave a like on this video because, geez, there's a lot of stuff kind of going on. We have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc in digital. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys like to go and follow as well. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. Let's actually dive in this video itself. So guys, as I mentioned, China has gone insane when it comes to this restock. And of course, I'm sure you guys can probably go and guess, everything was sold out in minutes. China went haywire. And if you guys don't know, kind of a little bit, we'll maybe touch on this throughout this video. China basically has barely been able to go and sell and get consoles for a very long time. The average price for the PS5 console in China was around $1,500 to $1,600. It's been a very crazy console. So the fact that they actually just had the pre-orders and also initial launch window just basically be like right around the corner, this has been going crazy for all the consumers out there trying to get the consoles. So we have a lot of stuff to go talk about. I'm going to go use as the per usual, use a little bit of an article as a reference for all this. And it's a lot of crazy news going on throughout this. Hopefully you guys will sit back, relax, and have a lovely weekend as well. So if you guys don't know, basically on April 29th, the pre-orders went live for the actual PlayStation 5 up for up in China, and they're going to be officially launched up on May 15th. So that may also maybe somewhat affect up the stock for America, UK, etc., because they have to move all those consoles to the country and basically supply an entire country worth of stock, which might make it a little bit harder, for everyone up in America trying to still get consoles, Canada, etc. So just keep that in mind throughout the next, maybe 2 weeks or so. But basically, Sony Interactive Entertainment in Shanghai announced on April 29th that it will finally be launching the PlayStation 5 in mainland China on May 15th. The disc version of the PS5 will cost around 4,000, Chinese dollars, which is about around $600, and then the digital's around maybe like 450, 500, give or take. Sony also did announce it's currently preparing the Ratchet & Clank, which I'm very jealous of. I actually am kind of curious if they're actually going to get early access on it as well. Sackboy and also Genshin Impact, which is a given because it's a Chinese company as well, for the launch period. But we know that only Genshin Impact has actually received the official license to officially launch in the country, but I'm sure Sony can figure that stuff out in the very first week or so on their restocks. And then Sony themselves are also trying to go and strengthen its offerings by including 12 PS4 games, kind of how we have it up in America. I think like Ghost of Tsushima, all those types of games. But basically, the launch of the console is welcome news for PlayStation fans. Duh. The console has been highly anticipated. Duh, since it launched in the rest of the world in November of last year. And the pre-sales, and this is kind of where it gets like the juicy stuff. The pre-sales for the console started on April 29th at 12 p.m. across all the online retailers such as JD, Tmall, and Suning, kind of think like, Target, Walmart, etc. And basically they had to go do a non-refundable deposit of basically, a few dollars mixed on in depending on the retailer, which I would actually like that. I remember that back in the day for me, for consoles, you had to pay like $50 to basically pre-order the console itself. I would maybe have liked that back in the day, just saying. Well, it's required. The console offers a 2-year warranty in China compared to a 1-year warranty with consoles sold everywhere else. And as expected, pre-orders were sold out within 12 minutes across all the actual websites, with pre-orders basically going over 50,000 consoles, which is actually way bigger than the overall pre-order numbers for India. But overall, you would kind of expect maybe 50,000 consoles. Maybe you'd want to get a little bit more, maybe for the entirety of China, but maybe this is going to be just the very first initial wave, and they'll maybe have more consoles showing up on the actual release date on May 15th. This is basically reminiscent of the demand for the Nintendo Switch, which actually was only just released as of basically last year when it comes to China. We're finally getting China into these console markets, which I think is good. I think every region should get consoles, be able to go play games or whatever. And it is kind of crazy because they have not had some of these consoles for years from local Chinese laws. Demand for the PS5 has been high in China since it launched outside the country in November 2020. Daniel Ahmed, senior analyst at Nico Partners, told CNBC, console gamers in China could not have wait, had to pay almost double the RRP, recommended retail price, if they wanted to import a console from overseas. We actually did see some of those issues where Chinese people were basically going and ordering consoles from America and having it sent on out because it's actually cheaper than also just paying from scalpers just from China themselves. Ahmed said, adding this was due to shortages of the product and high demand driving prices higher, kind of how it is for us in America too, as well, just normal scalping. The current price of an import PS5 consoles over around $5,000 of the currency, which is maybe around like $800 or so as of now, a few months after the initial launch. And I keep on saying that their big major, like when the consoles just first came out, they were like $1,500. Of course, it goes down as time goes on, but that's insane, which is notably higher than the retail price announced for China. We expect most gamers to opt for the official China version of the console going forward, given its lower price point. But as well, I do believe there's also a little bit of issues with the Chinese consoles, where some Chinese consoles, as you guys can go and tell, may not have access to all of the games. So typically, I think a lot of people more so almost want to get the American versions, UK versions, etc., because they could also go play almost every other game as long as there's no other internet issues. We did see a little bit of that kind of stuff maybe a few months back for the Chinese consoles. However, we expect the Chinese version to face the same supply issues as the global version, which will limit the initial install base. But it's still insane on how fast these pre-orders went and sold on out. Like, if you think about it, that's literally millions of dollars worth of sales instantly. And I'm sure if it was even 100,000, 500,000 consoles, they'd probably go and get sold out very, very quickly as well. The PlayStation 5 will face competition from the Nintendo Switch in mainland China, which has been the most successful console in the country to date. Which, I mean, I feel like the Nintendo Switch has been doing amazing everywhere. Japan, America, everywhere. So it's kind of a given that it's going to probably be good pretty much anywhere else too as well. The hybrid nature of the Switch, social gaming features, and high-quality software helped it succeed in China. Sony also has a strong first-party offering and has worked with domestic game developers such as Ultio Games to bring unique titles such as Lost Soul aside to increase the console's appeal in China, which is always kind of good. You always want to go focus on the normal demographic you're trying to go and hit and appeal to. Steam is also a notable competitor to PS5 in China, which is funny because that's literally just PC gaming, just overall, as it will offer most of the third-party games coming to the PS5, but also not to mention, Steam also allows core gamers a wide variety of AAA PC games in China, where PC gaming far exceeds console gaming. We touched on that a little bit on the yesterday side, where pretty much I think the console market is so small, and that might be the major reason of how Sony can go and sell 100 million plus consoles very easily by going into the Indian and Chinese markets and trying their best to get a major big foothold into all these gamers that like games. They do game, they do PC gaming, but just because they haven't been able to go and sell these consoles in the actual Chinese markets due to laws and, you know, like regulations and stuff, that basically they can maybe try their best to go beat Microsoft into, well, hitting up the Chinese market, which is very intriguing to me. And also, gamers will be able to play all these games up in on an existing PC or at an internet cafe, which is very popular up in China and Asian countries. Exclusive content will be key for the PlayStation 5 to appeal to gamers in China, which makes a lot of sense too. You don't want them having it up on Game Pass like certain other games. Further investment from Sony in its China Hero project, which aims to bring locally developed games to the PlayStation, is one way to achieve this goal. So they actually at least have a good, like, rough idea of what they want to do, how they want to go and work in the market, how they want to go and achieve market share and beat out Sony, and they more so want to focus first PC and Switch instead of the Xbox, at least up in China as of now, which is kind of intriguing. Consoles are still niche in China due to the many factors: high price, strong regulations, very few titles approved, which I think is one of the bigger things too, is that there's a lot of games that will never be released, even AAA games, even probably some even Nintendo games that will never be released due to just all these really big regulations with China. Basically, with an ISBN license overall and a strong tendency to play PC games or mobile games rather than consoles, it kind of gives Sony a little bit of a hard bat to hit. I don't know if that's the right metaphor, to basically go and kind of get themselves in the actual internal market. If Sony can address these challenges and appeal to the evolving demands of gamers in China for more choice in AAA games, gaming, the company should find success with the PS5 there. Which makes sense. You go and appeal to your local market, you have them buy the consoles, they keep them in the ecosystem, they go get PS Plus, they pay every once a month, and basically make more money off of console sales, people staying in your actual infrastructure, and also making money off the games that you sell. And of course, with it being a little bit more on the niche side, also try to go find custom made games for the Chinese market and go from there. Very, very cool on that overall. And basically, if you guys can kind of go and see, if basically Sony can and hopefully will address these challenges and appeal to the evolving demand of gamers in China for basically more AAA gaming, instead of just a lot of things like, like PUG or other mobile games, then the success should probably be shown with the PS5, which I can totally 100% agree on. I do think the PS5 has a lot of good growth potential, especially in China. And also, I think a lot of people up in China, too, have been slowly kind of improving the amount of income, time, and all that stuff for entertainment and gaming as well when it comes to the country. As well as a lot of people like digital gaming, all that type of stuff. And people just like, where it's just easy. You play with your friends and go from there. So very, very interesting overall news when it comes to China. China has been going crazy when it comes to actually buying the consoles, getting the consoles, receiving the consoles. And it's very kind of cool to go and see that Sony is finally now entering into the Chinese market. Now, it might be a little bit bad for us in America because it may also go and take a little bit of stock away for us in like maybe the next 2 weeks or so. But ideally, once this is all sorted, same with like the Indian restocks, then ideally we'll keep on getting consoles, keep on receiving consoles, and kind of get back to the more norm. Ideally, depending on how this all kind of goes. So thank you all so much for watching. Definitely leave your comments down below on your thoughts on this. I think it's intriguing. I think it's also kind of cool to see how the Sony versus Xbox kind of development kind of goes forward. Because as of right now, the Xbox still is not for sale up in China, but they also do have the Switch, PCs, and PS5s now as of now. And also very kind of cool to go and see that it's doing so well, sold out instantly, and that so many people have such a high demand when it comes to the console that they're able to go pay over $1,500 for it. So that's about it for this video. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoy your lovely Saturdays as well. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below your thoughts, subscribe for the ongoing PS5 giveaway that's going to be ending very soon, or be subscribed with the notifications on. I have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc and digital, the Twitter and Twitch stream link down below if you guys want to follow, and of course, also the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. I love you guys all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up later on.